All right, welcome back. And this time around, we have one or two things to discuss with you guys and also hear your thoughts concerning those things. First on my list is Cole Palmer. We have a lot to talk about this young man because he's the topic of the day. If you go online, he's trending right now. I don't know the narrative that Manchester United's media PRO team they are pushing. I don't know the narrative. Just because of a boy loved a particular club when he was small, all of a sudden they are having this mindset, this thought that one day Palmer might do a U-turn or there's a possibility of him joining Manchester United. But do you see that happening? Let's say Man U decide to approach Chelsea for Palmer. Do you think Palmer will give it a go?
Very, 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 very possible. Possibly, yes.
But before you talk, please do it to like, share, and subscribe.
The truth is that the current board of Chelsea, those men we have emphasized on this time without number, they are here for business. I can put it to you that there is no how Manchester United will submit a bid of 100 plus million pounds for Cole Palmer that they will not let Palmer go. And even Palmer himself as a player is tired of the entire project they are working on. I saw a tweet where someone said that even Palmer himself complains personally on this project that this is not working for them as players. Palmer was bought for business and God helped them. During Poch season, Palmer shined. He gained influence. He made the name. So he has built that class from the Poch time till now. Not just Manchester United. Any team that approaches the Chelsea board with a bid of 100 million plus for Palmer. How much did they buy Palmer? About 45 or 49 million?
40 million pounds.
40 million pounds. Palmer is out of the team immediately. Everything is clear. The corporate is clear. This is the way they want their project to be. They want to sign young players. They'll build those players for 1, 2, 3 years for the players to increase in value, and they sell and they get more young players, build them for 1, 2, 3 years, and they sell and make profits. This is not the Chelsea of the other years, whereby our aim is to win trophies. Even though they will not neglect the fact that they must win trophies, because sure, trophies also increase values of players. Like a player, just go to Real Madrid to sign a player that has won possibly the La Liga, player that has won the Champions League, that has won Super Cup, and most of their players has played for Spain and other big countries, and has also won country titles. Even though the player is average, before you can get that player should be at least 80-90 million.
But you're about to sign a Jeremy Jacquet for over 52 million pounds.
Now that is where foolishness comes in.
Now you said that a club must win title before they can sign.
That's why they are foolish now. That's why they are foolish. Well, are you done? In my opinion, Palmer is still a very, very young player, and despite what is going on with him right now, I don't see him as somebody that is attached to any club. For him to have even left Manchester City, that gave him, should I say, a little bit of a platform, yes. Left City, came to Chelsea, played against that same City, scored the goal against them, celebrated the goal very well. So, and if it is true that people say Man U is the boyhood club of Cole Palmer, I don't see how it's not going to be a possibility for Palmer to leave Chelsea in the future.
After all, we sold Mason Mount.
So
exactly.
Man U was his boyhood club.
Exactly. So I don't know. For any player who is playing for Chelsea, I don't know how many of them, in all honesty, can say that they are enjoying how the team is playing, number one, and the project behind the team. They might not come out to say it,
especially the changing of coaches.
Changing of coaches doesn't really, as long as the change.
I think the changing of coaches is one of the major things affecting these players.
If it affects you, that means you are. For me, I still think you are an average or young player trying to get your mentality right, because you, like you said one time ago, you said changing coaches has helped Chelsea. in the past. We've seen coaches come in and then win trophies for the club. It's all about how the coaches play. It's all about how the board, when Abramovich will sack a coach and bring another coach, he's giving the coach power to express himself, get the players he needs. I know, yes, it applies too. Just like, recently there's this interview that John Obi Mikel had with Diego Costa, and Costa was saying that he never liked Conte. Conte was always angry on the training ground. Conte he doesn't smile at anybody, he doesn't trust anybody, that kind of thing. I know changing coaches can affect, but at the end of the day, you look at Conte's career at Chelsea, he won the Premier League, he won the FA Cup. That alone settles the whole thing. So even if maybe a player has been affected by the change of coach and the coach comes in and uses his own ideas and tactics and it's working for the team and is winning trophies, I don't think that should be a problem. But Palmer to Man United, I will not be surprised if it happens. I won't be really, really surprised if it happens.
The Chelsea system is so unbalanced. That's the truth for me. For me, I feel that, yes, we also know that Manchester United is in a bad state also, but it is not as critical.
Man U is in a deliverance state. Yes. I can boldly tell Man U is getting, they are slowly becoming delivered from what they've been passing through.
Exactly, yes.
Because the way, the level at which they are playing right now, it seems as though Chelsea is not the new Man U. Chelsea is see, honestly, when Man U is playing, when Man U was playing before now, when they play, you cannot predict the games they will win. You can't predict the games that they will, lose.
Yes.
This is the situation of Chelsea currently now. This is the situation, and there's this bad thing. I'll call it a bad thing that is eating deep. Let me tell you the truth. The people that have been carrying this club for a while, for the past 2 to 3 years now, are the fans of Chelsea. This board, they don't send you. I don't think the technical team they even send you. The players and the coach, of course, they have to follow what the owners are saying. But the people who are demanding, people who are saying no, it must not be this way. We have to win. Whatever that is going on, we have to win. It's the fans. But there's a cancer that is happening now. The fans are now becoming okay with some kind of nonsense performances, all in the name of the fact, okay, we won. The boys tried now. Now Brentford now, we never win Brentford for long now. Paphos, say Paphos play low block. Or just certain type of excuses. And this is, let me take you back to what Jose Mourinho said in an interview when they asked him. He said when a big club suddenly starts getting comfortable with, because their team played well and they lose, they start clapping, they start getting comfortable. He said that's how a big club starts reducing to a small club.
Yeah, that's true.
You understand? So I don't see a reason why, as fans, despite the fact, sorry, I'm going to go back to the Paphos game yesterday. Despite the fact that we won Paphos, yes, we got the 3 points. We are in the top 8 of the Champions League. Very good, positive to take. But looking at what Chelsea played or how we played yesterday, our upcoming games, is it not like, they fear you, say the upcoming games we go play, say we no fit make any impact based on what we played yesterday. And then when we point these things out, when fans say these things, I was watching George Benson this morning, and it's the same thing he was saying. When they point these things out, you see fans say, be grateful, Chelsea won, they got the 3 points. We cannot be doing this thing, because small, we will be like Everton, we will be like Fulham, we will be like Brighton. So we need to keep talking, guys. That's the best thing that we can do. As analysts, as fans, we keep saying that this is, if Chelsea gives you a mediocre performance, it's your right as a fan. Those of you waiting for stadium, there where they watch them, they pay money for tickets, they pay money to travel. Yeah. So demand the best performance. Chelsea is a big club. You cannot be demanding less. You cannot be okay with less. Now the fans, they accept the fact, say, na so it be, we'll just manage. We don't want to speak out again. Forgetting that this is the same speaking out that's making Chelsea to even at least be where we are. Because these owners, like I said before, they don't send you. They will do what they want to do and get money from the club.
And I also point out a tweet I saw on Twitter. One, I think, is it an analyst or just a random fan tweeted something that this is the best time for Chelsea to sack Liam Rosner. And I was like, when I just saw the headline, I was like, okay, let me read further. He said that because he sees no reason where the boys will be playing rubbish, but they are getting victory. That this is just the beginning. That if Chelsea fails to sack Rosnoy because he does not have a pattern, that in the future we will later regret it. And by the time they will be thinking of sacking Rosnoy, is when they are using this same bad performance that gives them victory to be losing straight 4, straight 5, straight 6 games. You see Chelsea not winning any game in 7 games. We'll be having draw and loss.
That's the future that people don't want to see.
Look at our next game now in the Champions League. Who are we playing? Napoli,
bro.
So are you trying to tell me that this thing we played against Parford, that shit we played against Brentford is what we want to use to play against Napoli? Before you think of that, take your mind back to how we played Atlanta and look at what Atlanta retaliated with us. We're winning them 1-0 from the halftime. Look at the second half. How did they dominate us? How did they take charge? They came back, they won the game, so on. And if you are comparing the strength of Napoli and Atlanta, Napoli is way stronger than Atlanta in the Italian football.
Well, I will not. I'm not standing here to cause more havoc or to try to break the lines of your points, but I can tell you for a true right now. Fine, we are not playing excellently under Liam Rosny. We are just playing more like, remember the year that Mourinho won the Premier League, the second time he came to play, won the Premier League. There was a way we played. We did not play awesomely, but there's one thing is certain: we win games.
Bro, that's Mourinho, and look at the players you had then.
I understand. We win games. Now look at yesterday game. Fine. If it was Chelsea, normally Parfos not supposed hit us like that.
You're not supposed to draw halftime.
But if you look at the techniques and the way Parfos approached Chelsea yesterday, we tell you that. I don't know if you guys watched that game.
I watched the game, and sorry to cut you. In my opinion, I think the reason why we could not score, apart from the fact that Caicedo shot some balls and the goalkeeper saved them, the reason why we could not score was because we were not brave enough. Chelsea are playing one pattern of the ball. Even when the ball gets to the midfield, James or Caicedo, he's always looking for the wingers. Now, I know people talk about, I'm not excusing the lapse, bad play. The people say maybe he played bad yesterday. I'm not excusing that. But just imagine you are Delap. You are the striker, you're a target striker. You don't play like Joao Pedro. Delap will not come back like Joao Pedro and be building ball for you. He's the target man. Now, we all know that if you don't feed that guy, he will be useless in the pitch. I saw so many scenarios of where James Caicedo had the ball. Sometimes play the ball through the middle. Be brave enough to pass the ball to the striker straight up. Delap, now, at least if I want to me, I noticed yesterday and the past games he has played, he knows how to receive the ball and guide it as a striker. And then they fall like milk again. So why are you not brave enough to give the ball to the striker? You made him useless. And then at the end of the day, when you pass the ball to Garnacho, you pass the ball to Neto, they cross without even looking at who is available, who is there, to at least find the cross to the right player. They waste most of the balls. I was just watching James. I was watching Caicedo yesterday. I was saying, come on, guys. They get the ball. Garnacho is the next person. If they can't find Garnacho or Neto, they return it back to the defender. We cannot excel like that. Chelsea right now, if you watch, people are complaining on Twitter after the first half that there was no creativity in the midfield. Yes, we did not play all that badly. I won't blame Enzo. Enzo played well, in my opinion. He played well, but still there was no creativity because you can't have a striker and not feed him. It's the same thing that will happen if Osimhen comes to Chelsea and will still complain, hey, Chelsea no dey feed Osimhen. That is the thing. We are playing one pattern.
But you can't forget, you can't neglect the fact that Parfos, we are up there. The low block was top notch on their side.
Oh, so we'll now be comfortable and say that anytime we play low block teams,
we are not comfortable.
We should not be giving an excuse if you can't find the net, if you can't score, or maybe if you just play nonsense because you are playing against a low block team. Then everybody go dey play low block against you. If they still say now your weakness be that Chelsea cannot play low block team, you will see that the Crystal Palace game now they will play low block. Napoli game they will play low block, and then after the match, we analysts, we fans will come out and say that they played low block. That is why Chelsea cannot win. Keep giving excuses.
And that is how they win us.
That is how we now calm down. Chelsea will become an average team. That is why I say keep demanding for more, demanding better. You're not doing anything wrong in demanding for better from this team.
All right. Still on Kopama talk. Because now this Kopama talk, they bring so many talk here. Looking at the way Kopama has played this season, we like say this season if care is not taken, we end up being Kopama worst season. If care is not taken. Comparing Kopama season with Maresca when he came and Pochettino season, which was the best?
Of course, Pochettino
Pochettino.
for the individual performance.
Yes.
Pochettino.
So do you see Liam Rosenior bringing out that Parma of Pochettino? Even though he doesn't do it this season, next season.
What is the possibility that we will see have Palmer in Chelsea next season? Because
I can categorically tell you that the chance of Chelsea selling Palmer is slim.
it's not slim. Oh. It depends on the offer.
The price tag.
It depends on.
We bring money, collect them.
God, you don't know that.
But let's talk.
But the answer to the question is, I think when we asked this question before, I answered straightly. It's in the hands of the player. It's the hands of the player. I don't think the coach will be able to do much. We all know the Palmer and what Palmer can be able to do when he wants to be who he wants to be, when he wants to play very well. So now he knows that he's not in his best form. I don't know if it's lack of fitness or maybe injury issues, because I heard that he was out
against Paphos.
Yeah, against Paphos because of some knock or something. So at least we can now place our hands that okay, maybe small this lack of fitness, you also worry Palmer. So it's depending on him. He needs to work on himself, get back to his full fitness. I don't think whether coach day or coach no day, when Palmer want to affect the game, he will affect the game in his full fitness and in his best form. You understand? So it's less of Rosenio and more of Palmer. If he does the work on himself.
But let me just drop this one. Let me drop this silky one. Looking at Palmer performance against Pochettino, there's something we normally say behind this scene. I normally tell you that if you see the way Palmer performed the first time he came to Chelsea, you give a little bit of credit to Nicholas Jackson.
Okay.
You give credit to Nicholas Jackson because of the way the both of them transits.
The chemistry,
The chemistry between the both of them. Even last season, we saw it too.
Yes.
The transition between the both of them. Now, the few games I've watched Palmer and João Pedro play, I don't know whether the absence of Nicholas Jackson too is affecting the style and the positioning of that kid. I don't know. You know, say get the kind of player where you go play with, he go make you dey good.
I want to talk something, but you go be like but to answer that question, first of all, yes, every good player once had somebody that they linked up with that made them very much more good. You understand? João Pedro can never be like Jackson. João Pedro will not play like Jackson.
They play differently.
They played so much differently. You understand? But on the other hand, as a player, when you talk say be world class player, you are contesting probably in the next 3 to 4 years to be the best in the world. You have to understand that number one, you will not always have that best player that will link up with you, that will open you up. It's all in your hands. I will keep saying this thing is all in your hands. You don't expect a player that is helping you to be in the club forever. Things can change. That player can leave. So what happens when they bring in another player? Won't you find a way to become better? Will you say it's because that one left? I can't play well. I can't perform well. No, you will say it like that. But I'm not disputing the fact that Jackson brought out the best in Kopama. Yes, I'm not disputing that fact. But however, he should be able to grow above it, or maybe even influence it to Pedro. And they talk and say, see, on a day for training ground, I believe these people will respect you because they don't say you be senior player. Why not tell them that, okay, guys, João Pedro come, the lab come. When Jackson was here, this is how Jackson used to make runs, used to make moves. I don't know if you guys can work on this thing, can do this thing, and it will help me to gain more higher up. No, that kind of.
But the way João Pedro plays in Chelsea, even as a striker, is, for me, I feel is far different from the way Jackson played as a striker in Chelsea. don't forget, João Pedro as a striker in Chelsea, he dropped so deep, so
Then
deep.
Jackson do what?
See,
this
no,
man,
no,
no,
see,
No, Japet drop pass.
he drop past Jackson, no. Because Jackson sometimes
But
go
do you
fit
know
find-
that the good side I love about Jackson they open.
Jackson runs like 2-4. He
Jackson
runs
get the
2-4-7.
speed. He get the speed pass.
Pass
João
João Pedro.
You
Now
no
wetin
fit
dey-
argue that one exactly.
They make me the verse for the Pedro self.
And Jackson they open.
Jackson
They open space.
But
But João Pedro can't open space.
Let me say Jackson draws players
Exactly.
himself, and then that space now will be open for the Palmer
Exactly.
to do what he needs to do.
But João Pedro don't do that.
You know, say you go also reason say that time when Palmer come Chelsea, people no really feel say okay, this guy fit make any impact. Like people will be surprised that who is this boy? Wetin this boy wan play?
Yeah.
But as they got discover, say okay, see this guy is good. Oh. You remember when people started marking him? Everybody started marking Palmer.
Yes.
Even when Jackson was there, people were marking Palmer. He was finding it hard.
So the only way Jackson have to make it easy is to fight and bring the players to himself. That is why the space is always there for Palmer to score.
But for me, I'll tell you that since Palmer came back from this injury, I've not really seen Palmer. Palmer as a player has not even showed any classic attributes.
Do you know why I still believe in him? Because even from the start of the season, that goal he scored against Bayern, the way he played in that Bayern Munich, man, I said, yeah, this na Palmer be this
Palmer
now.
be that,
Come on
exactly.
now. But this injury dey spoil player.
But nevertheless, that will be all for now. You can as well drop your thoughts at the comment section. I remain Humble Boy Peters.
My name is Big Dave.
And my name is Gifto.